Hello students, welcome back to Effortless Chemistry. Already we have started group 15 of the P block element. We will continue the remaining part. Now we will discuss anomalous behavior of nitrogen. Anomalous behavior of nitrogen. What is this anomalous behavior of the nitrogen? Already we know that these are the group 15 elements: nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. We know that down the group atomic size is increasing from nitrogen to bismuth here. In the periodic table, the first element of the each group, they will show different property than the remaining elements of the same group. That property of the first element is called as what? Anomalous behavior. So this nitrogen, it shows a different property than the remaining elements of this group here. So what is the reason for the anomalous behavior of nitrogen? Anomalous behavior of nitrogen. Anomalous behavior of nitrogen is due to, the first point is because of its small size, is due to its a small size. Nitrogen is having smallest size among the group 15 element. That's why its property is different from the other elements. As the size of the nitrogen atom decreases, what happens here? It is having high electronegativity and high ionization energy. Second point we can write because of its high electronegativity. Third point is because of its high ionization energy. So among the group 15 elements, nitrogen is having highest electronegativity and it is having high ionization energy. Another point is, since this nitrogen belongs to the second period element, there is absence of vacant d orbital in case of nitrogen. Nitrogen do not contain any vacant d orbital, whereas the remaining element contains what? Vacant d orbital. The fourth point is what? The anomalous behavior of nitrogen is because of what? Due to absence of vacant d orbitals. The next very important point is, already we have discussed, in among the group 15 element, nitrogen is having unique ability to form the p5 multiple bond as compared to remaining elements, because remaining elements are not able to form p5 multiple bond because of its ability to form p5 multiple bond. p5 multiple bond. So these are the main reasons for the anomalous properties of the nitrogen. Anomalous behavior of nitrogen is because of its small size, high electronegativity, high ionization energy and absence of vacant d orbital, then its ability to form the p5 multiple bond here. This is the main reason for the anomalous behavior. Now we will write some points of difference between the nitrogen and the remaining elements of group 15. Now you will see here, in case of nitrogen and in case of remaining elements, we will write phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. For these elements we will write the collectively the properties, and for individually we will write it for nitrogen. In case of nitrogen, the first point is nitrogen is a diatomic gas, whereas remaining elements are what? Tetraatomic. Their atomicity is what? 4 it is. They are tetraatomic and these all are available in the solid form. Next point, this nitrogen has ability to form the p5 multiple bond, but due to absence of a vacant d orbital, it is not able to form p5 multiple bond. It is able to form what? Only p5. But these elements, because of their larger size, they are not able to form p5 multiple bond, but due to the presence of vacant d orbital, they can form what? p5 bond as well as d5 bond. Already we know the strength of these bonds. p5 stronger than p5 than the d5. Next point, the maximum covalency of nitrogen is 4, but these elements that can extend their covalency to the 5 or 6. So the maximum covalency maximum covalency of the nitrogen is 4 here, but in this case the maximum covalency of these elements may be equal to 5 or 6 due to presence of the vacant d orbital. They can extend their covalency. Next point, in case of halides, in case of the halides, among the trihalides of the nitrogen only NF3 is stable and remaining, that is NCl3, NBr3 and Ni3. These three halides are unstable because down the group what happens, atomic size is increasing, so that their difference between the size increases. Among the trihalides of nitrogen only NF3 is stable, but remaining these three are what, unstable. But all the trihalides of remaining elements are stable here. In these elements almost all trihalides are stable. All trihalides are stable in case of the remaining elements here. Next point we will write. Next one, fifth point, among the group 15 elements only nitrogen forms 5 oxides with the nitrogen. Nitrogen plus oxygen is what? Nitrogen oxides are formed. It will form what? 5 oxides with the oxygen. But the remaining elements, these phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth, they will form only 2 types of oxide, that is E2O3 and E2O5 types of oxide here. Okay, it forms 5 oxides, that is namely, that is N2O, N2O2, that is N2O3, N2O4, then N2O5. Among the group 15 elements only nitrogen forms 5 oxide with the oxygen, but the remaining elements they will form what? Only 2 types of oxide, that is E2O3 and E2O5 types of the oxides here. Next point, because of the high electronegativity of the nitrogen, it has maximum tendency to show the -3 oxidation state, but this tendency decreases down the group from phosphorus to bismuth here. That's why in case of group 15 element only nitrogen has maximum tendency to show the -3 oxidation state. Here tendency to show a -3 oxidation state, -3 oxidation state decreases down the group. So this is what the anomalous behavior of nitrogen. Now we will discuss the preparation and properties of dinitrogen. Dinitrogen, this is nothing but N2. Okay, first one, preparation of dinitrogen. This dinitrogen can be prepared by treating aqueous ammonium chloride with aqueous sodium nitrite. These two are what? Aqueous solution. On treating these two, you will get an unstable compound, that is ammonium nitrite, NH4 NO2 plus NaCl. Simply in case of inorganic chemistry, you concentrate on the cation and anion. This is what here, NH4 plus and Cl minus, and this will be what? Na plus and NO2 minus. Plus reacts with minus NaCl, and this plus reacts with minus again NH4 NO2. This on further decomposition gives what? N2, 2 times of nitrogen, N2 plus 2 times of H2O. This is the first method for the preparation of dinitrogen gas, N2. In this process, what happens? A small amount of NO, nitric oxide, and HNO3 are formed as impurity. Some impurity are formed here, that is impurities are nothing but NO and HNO. HNO3. These impurities, or you can write which are removed by passing the gas through aqueous solution of H2SO4 containing potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7. This is the first method for the preparation of what? Dinitrogen. Okay, first one I will write. Next is by the decomposition of azide. Very, very important method. By the thermal decomposition of azide is there, and by the thermal decomposition of ammonium dichromate also there here. Next method is by thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition is just simply we are heating one compound, so that after heating that compound we will get simple stable compounds. First one, by the thermal decomposition of ammonium dichromate NH4 twice, this is a Cr2O7. This is your ammonium dichromate. This ammonium dichromate on heating, thermal decomposition is nothing but thermally we decompose the compound. This compound on heating, it will split into simple stable compounds. First, what is formed here? 2 nitrogen are there, so that first we will write N2 plus how many hydrogens here? 8 hydrogens are there. With the 8 hydrogen, you use 4 oxygen atom to form the water molecule. 4 moles of water is formed here. In the Cr2O7, 4 oxygen is utilized. Remaining is what here? 3 oxygen. So that the next stable compound is Cr2O3. In this way, by the thermal decomposition of ammonium dichromate, you can prepare what? Dinitrogen gas. So the next one is by the thermal decomposition of azide. Very, very important method, that is by thermal decomposition of azide. First we will see what is azide here. Already we know that nitrogen with -3 oxidation state, this is called as nitride. This is very, very important, just to avoid the confusion. Keep in mind N-3 is what? Nitride here. Suppose if I write N3 minus 1, N3 minus 1 is what here? Azide. This azide is obtained by what? Hydrazoic acid, that is HN3. In this acid what happens? The oxidation state is -1 and this is +1. So this gives what here? H plus and N3 minus 1. This is called as what? Azide, which is obtained from the hydrazoic acid. This is your hydrazoic acid. Okay. Now by the thermal decomposition of the azides, we can prepare what? Dinitrogen gas. This is very, very important method. By the thermal decomposition of the azide, you will get the pure form of the dinitrogen. This is the best method for the preparation of dinitrogen. First one I will take. Keep in mind, this is N3 minus 1 is what? Azide. Suppose if I want to write sodium azide, NaN3, I will write like this, because what happens here? Na3 minus 1 and this is Na plus 1. This is called as what? Sodium azide. Sodium azide. This on heating, you will get what? Dinitrogen gas here. How many nitrogens are there here? 3 nitrogens are there. So we will multiply this one with 2. Ultimately we will get 6 nitrogen in the compound. 6 nitrogen can be written as what here? 3 times of N2. So that you will get what? Dinitrogen gas. Remaining 2 sodium you write as it is. In NCERT one question is there. Write the balanced equation for the thermal decomposition of the sodium azide. This is the balanced equation for what? Thermal decomposition of sodium azide. to prepare what? Dinitrogen gas. Next, you can prepare this dinitrogen by the decomposition of barium azide also. I'll write barium azide here. Next one. Suppose if I write barium azide, azide is what here? N3 minus 1. This is minus 1 and this is plus 2. You have to write what? BaN3 twice it is. This is called as barium azide. This barium azide on thermal decomposition, just if you heat this barium azide, you will get what? 3 times of N2, 6 nitrogens are there, plus barium. This is what the method for the preparation of dinitrogen. This, the thermal decomposition of azide to prepare the dinitrogen, these are very, very important method. In this method only you will get pure form of N2. Pure N2 can be prepared by what? Pure N2 can be prepared by the decomposition of the azides here. Next one. Next we will go for properties of dinitrogen. What are the properties of dinitrogen? Properties of N2. The first point I will write, it is colorless, odorless, tasteless, non-poisonous gas. Colorless, odorless, tasteless and non-poisonous gas it is. Next one, its solubility in water. Solubility in water is 23 ml per liter of the water. Next, this nitrogen has 2 stable isotopes, that is nitrogen 14 and nitrogen 15. Both are stable isotopes. This is what? The isotopes of the nitrogen. Next point, because of its high bond dissociation energy, N2 is less reactive at the room temperature. Already we know that between the two nitrogen atom, triple bond is present, that is what? P5 multiple bonding. While discussing, we have written this one. So the bond energy of dinitrogen is what here? Bond energy is how much? 941 kilojoule per mole. Because of its high bond dissociation energy, this N2 gas is less reactive at the room temperature. Already I have given you the reason. Because the thermal energy which is available at the room temperature, that is not sufficient to break the triple bond between the nitrogen. That's why N2 is less reactive at the room temperature. Next point I will write here, because of its high bond energy, because of its high bond energy, it is less reactive. It is less reactive at room temperature. Less reactive at the room temperature. We will write the next points. Next point is reactivity. Reactivity of N2 increases rapidly with increase in temperature. As the temperature increases, what happens? The reactivity of the N2 increases rapidly. Example, this nitrogen, dinitrogen, it reacts with metals. With the metals, it will form ionic nitrides. With the metals, it will form ionic nitrides. N2 on reaction with the non-metals. With the non-metals, it will form covalent. With the non-metals, they will form what? Covalent nitrides. Now you see here, at high temperature, N2 directly combines with O2. This is what? At high temperature, to form what here? 2 times of NO. Next reaction, with the hydrogen, it will combine to form what? Ammonia. 1 mole of N2 combines with 3 moles of H2 to form what? 2 moles of ammonia, and this reaction is exothermic, that is minus 41.6 kilojoule per mole of energy is released when 1 mole of ammonia is formed here, so that this reaction is exothermic. Okay. Next we will write other reactions. With the metals, it will form what? Ionic nitrides. Suppose the reaction of lithium with nitrogen. How to write the reaction of lithium with the nitrogen? First you keep in mind, this is the lithium and this is nitrogen. Electronegative minus 3, electropositive, group 1 is plus 1. So what type of the nitride is formed here? Li3N. Okay, lithium nitride it is. Okay, this lithium nitride, how many nitrogens are there? 2 nitrogen, so that it is multiplied with 2, 6 lithium will be there here, like this. This is what? Lithium nitride, this is ionic nitride. Suppose if I take the reaction with magnesium with N2, what type of the nitride is formed here? Magnesium is plus 2, nitrogen is minus 3, cross multiply the charges, what you will get here? Mg3N2, magnesium nitride, Mg3N2. So how many nitrogen? 2 nitrogen, 2 nitrogen. Magnesium 3 are there, this is multiplied with 3. These are what? The reactions which are given in the NCERT book here. Now, the reaction of this dinitrogen with the non-metals also we can write here. We will apply the same logic and we will write some other reaction. These 4 reactions are what? Given in the NCERT. These are very, very important. You keep in mind. Now, we will write some other reactions of dinitrogen. Suppose aluminium reacts with dinitrogen. Again, it is what? Group 3 metal. Aluminium is what here? Oxidation state of aluminium is plus 3 and nitrogen is what? Minus 3. So what type of the compound is formed here? Aluminium nitride, AlN you can write. This is what? 2 times. You take what? 2 times of aluminium, you will get what? Aluminium nitride. In some other example, and they may give like this also, that is Al2O3 reacts with N2 plus 3 times of carbon. This carbon is having maximum affinity towards oxygen. By taking these 3 oxygen, it will form what? Carbon monoxide. Then N2 reacts with aluminium. Okay. So what you will get here? 2 times of aluminium nitride, and these oxygens are taken by what? Carbon. You can write 3 times of carbon monoxide. Next, you can take the reaction of N2 with the non-metal. This is I will take it as boron. Boron, already we know that it acts as a metal as well as non-metal. So we will take N2 with boron. Again, what you will get here? Boron is what here? Plus 3, and nitrogen is what? Minus 3. What will be formed here? Bn. This is boron nitride. This is a plus 3 and this is minus 3. Boron nitride is formed. This is 2 times of nitrogen. You take 2 times. Okay. Here 2 times of boron. Suppose if I take group 4 element, that is silicon, I will take silicon on treating with N2. So what is the oxidation state of group 4? Group 4 is plus 4. Group 5 is what? Negative oxidation state you have to take here. So this is the silicon. I will take plus 4 oxidation state of the silicon. Nitrogen shows what? Minus 3. So you cross multiply this one, you will get what? Si3N4 like this. Silicon nitride it is. This is Si3N4. You will get it as what? Silicon nitride. 3 times of silicon. 4 nitrogens are there. 2 times of N2 you take here. This is what other reactions of N2 with metal as well as non-metals. And another important reaction here, this N2 reacts with calcium carbide. I'll write in the next slide. Now another important reaction is N2 reacts with calcium carbide. This is your calcium carbide. On this one, N2 reacts to give calcium cyanamide, CaNCN. So 2 nitrogens are included here. 1 carbon you have to take outside, that is carbon. This is what here? This compound is called as calcium cyanamide. Calcium cyanamide. The combination of this calcium cyanamide plus carbon, this is called as what? Nitroleum. It is called as nitroleum. Okay. Now these are the reactions of dinitrogen with the metal as well as non-metal. Always you keep in mind, at the low temperature, at the room temperature, N2 is very less reactive. As the temperature increases, its reactivity increases rapidly, and then it directly combines with metal and non-metals in order to form the nitrides. Okay. Now we will write some uses of the N2 which are given in the NCERT. They may ask it for 1 or 2 mark also. Uses of N2. Very first point is what? Because of its high bond dissociation energy, it is less reactive at the room temperature, hence it is used to maintain the inert atmosphere at the room temperature. Very first point is what here? Because of its high bond dissociation energy, it is used to maintain the inert atmosphere. First one is because of its high bond energy, it is used to maintain inert atmosphere, to maintain inert atmosphere. Second one, in the manufacture of ammonia, already we have written the reaction. 1 mole of N2 combines with 3 moles of H2 to give the ammonia and calcium cyanamide. That reaction also I have written, calcium cyanamide. Third one, it is used as refrigerant to preserve biological materials. Fourth one, it is used in filling electric bulbs, in filling of electric bulbs. It is also used in blanketing gases. So these are what? Uses of dinitrogen. Preparation, properties and uses of the dinitrogen. So this is very important. You have to keep in mind preparation of dinitrogen by the thermal decomposition of azide. You have to concentrate for the board point of view also. Okay, that the thermal decomposition is very important reaction. That writing the balanced equation of decomposition of the barium azide, sodium azide and thermal decomposition of the ammonium dichromate. Okay, these are the very important reactions you have to concentrate.